everyone, it's Karen with Yes Please Paper Crafts, and today I'm in my craft room and I am working on my 9th layout for CalvinBall. And if you have not heard of CalvinBall, it's a free online challenge that runs the entire month of March. And I have a link in the description below that you can click on where you can find all the information you need if you would like to join in on this challenge. Okay, so my last layout was March the 19th, so we need to skip ahead a few days, and I'm using the rules for March the 23rd, and there were a few rules that were added. So let's see, since March 19th, they added a hexagon, the sun or a moon, monochromatic, foil, journaling, plaid or gingham, and a camera. And for the temporary rules, they added in Easter, a large photo bigger than 4x6, use a number, sunglasses, a dragonfly, a triangle, a scooter or a Vespa, and a dinosaur. So I think some of those I might be able to get onto this layout. I am starting with an unfinished project. This is a layout that I've been working on for a couple weeks now. I started when I went to craft night a couple weeks ago on Tuesday, and I like to bring with me paper and scissors and just do fussy cutting. And so I brought this paper pad. It's from CraftSmart, and it's called the Garden Dreams, and it's got a lot of flowers and mostly florals. And they had this paper in there. It was kind of a background paper. It had a floral that went down the bottom and up both sides. And I spent quite a bit of time that first night fussy cutting this border out of the paper, and I fussy cut all around there. And my thought about doing that was that I would create this layout where I could tuck the pictures underneath these florals and just kind of make it look like they were coming out from the florals. And now I've kind of gotten myself stuck because I can't figure out how to place these pictures. So these pictures are of my friend Debbie's dog, Mariah. Mariah stayed with me for about a week when Debbie was on vacation, and I had taken these pictures of her, and she's super cute, and she's a Papillon. And so I have the title here, which is her name, Mariah. And then I have these 3 pictures. I have 2 pictures that are landscape, or portraits, and one that's landscape. And I've tried a bunch of different ways to place these pictures, and everything I do just doesn't look right. So I'm kind of at a loss for how to actually work with this layout. And I have some ideas about something I might try, so I'm hoping that I can get past my picture placement and get this layout finished, because I really want to move on to another project. So I spent the next Tuesday or craft night, which was this past week, I went again, I brought this with me, and I added this gingham paper down here at the bottom, and some washi tape and a border strip. And then that was as far as I got, and then tried to, you know, put my pictures there. Now I did map my pictures. I used a couple of different papers to map my pictures, and one of them was this really pretty gold paper. It has gold paper with all these little butterflies on it. And so you can see here, I did map my picture with that gold paper. And you can just see the color around it. I just think that's super pretty. And I just think it's a lot of fun to have the gold. You can't really tell it's those butterflies. You can just see a little bit of the color. And I just think it's super pretty. Okay, so that's what I have so far. That's what I'm working with. Now I did actually also spend a lot of time fussy cutting out butterflies. So I have, I think I have 3 butterflies here, and this was on another one of the papers in this collection, in this paper pad. And then I spent more time fussy cutting out a bunch of flowers. So I have all of these flowers that I cut out of the paper as well, that I can use on this layout. And kind of thought about cutting out some of the flowers and popping them up onto some foam tape and making the floral arrangement here and all of these flowers look more dimensional. So that was kind of my plan. If I could just figure out my picture placement, I think I would be good to go with this layout. So my thought for maybe trying to figure out the placement for this would be that I want to do something with this area right here, because that's where I seem to be having the issue. I've tried tacking pictures in there. I just didn't really like how it looked. I've tried a whole bunch of things trying to get these pictures to look right here, and I just couldn't figure it out. And I've tried all kinds of different things, and so I'm thinking that what I might do is I might do a little bit more fussy cutting, and I pulled out this paper here, which is one of the cut aparts. And one of the things I'd like to do for this layout is to do a little journaling, because one of the stories behind this picture here where Mariah was standing up, she was sitting on her back legs with her paws up in the air, and she was just sitting there for the longest time. And she was in my bedroom, and I was actually sleeping, and I woke up, and the first thing I saw when I woke up was Mariah standing there just looking at me. I guess she was waiting for me to wake up. And so it was just super funny because I couldn't believe it. She was just sitting there like that. And so I was able to grab my phone and take a picture. She stayed like that for a really long time because long enough for me to get my phone out and open up my camera app and snap that picture. So it was super cool and so funny. My dogs don't ever do anything like that. I have 2 Yorkies, and they never stand up on their back legs like that. Super funny. Okay, so I thought about maybe cutting out this oval shape possibly, or maybe this one here with the gold border, and using that to do some journaling, and maybe playing with that along with the pictures to try to see if I can figure out a layout that works for these 3 pictures and maybe a journaling spot. So I'm hoping that that's going to help me get past where I'm stuck in this layout with the picture placement. Okay, and then once I get that done, I'll come back and share with you the design of my layout, and then I'll probably take some more time and do some embellishing, and then I'll come back at the end and share my final layout. Okay, so y'all know I can't scrap and talk at the same time, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay, so I think I figured out the placement for my pictures. I am going to tuck these 2 pictures underneath the florals. I really did want to do that because I spent so much time fussy cutting this out, and I really wanted to showcase the flowers. And so I'm going to put these 2 flowers kind of under there, and then I'm going to put this picture kind of across that open space, and then I'm going to build a cluster over here to put my journaling, and I think that'll really fill in the gap that was there. Now at the top of the layout, I decided I wanted to show some of another paper, and because there was a lot of white space at the top, so I decided to tear into the paper, and I layered behind this paper that I actually used as one of the layers behind my pictures. And it's this paper from, I think it's a Pink Fresh Studio paper. And it's a really pretty paper that looks like mixed media or watercolor, and it's from Just a Little Lovely collection. And I did use that to mat my pictures, and I thought, well, maybe I could use this, and it would kind of look like the sky up here at the top. And I'm not really sure if I'm loving it, so I'm looking at trying different things. And I thought about maybe using a different part of the paper that maybe has blue. And I can do that. It kind of looks like the sky peeking above. Or another thing I might think about doing would be to just tuck in another piece of this gingham paper here at the top. And I really do like that because it kind of plays off of the paper that's down here at the bottom. It tones it down. It's not as busy because I'm repeating that pattern. I also did use some of this pink gingham paper as a third mat behind my pictures. And I really think that that makes the pictures pop more from the busy floral background. Okay, so I think I'm making some progress with this layout, and I did move the title down. I think you can see the title a little bit better down here because it's not on top of the floral, and I think that's going to work out much better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get all of this glued down and then work on adding some embellishments, and then I'll be back and share with you the final layout. Okay, so I finally finished this layout, and I have to say that this layout was one of the most challenging layouts I have ever done, and it did not turn out at all the way I wanted it to. But I did finish it, and it's very, very busy, and I really just couldn't do much about it because I just kept making mistake after mistake after mistake and ripping the paper, and I just had to do what I had to do to cover up my mistake. Or my many mistakes, I'll say. Okay, so here is my final layout, and I think it turned out okay. It is not what I had in my mind when I was trying to create this layout, and it's super busy. I ended up tearing the paper at the top and not liking that, and the more that I fooled with the layout, the worse that it got up here. And so I just ended up creating this banner that goes all the way across the top of the page. And I think that the banner in itself is cute. I just think it's a little bit much for this page, but it's what I needed to do to cover up my mistake. And so I'm just going to go with it. And I think that in the end, I do like the layout. It's probably not going to be one of my favorites. And I did work on it for a long, long time. And I am just so ready for this layout to be done. Do y'all ever have a layout like that, that you just can't just seem to do anything right no matter what you do? I just made so many bad decisions, and just did things that were, you know, just gluing things down in the wrong place, and dropping something with adhesive and then trying to get that up, and it was just a mess. Okay, so let's talk about the points. Now that it is March the 25th, a few new rules were added, and so I'm going to go over here and let's just go ahead and check out the new rules. So we have use a stencil, use leaves, use a house, and also use a circle. And then let's see, on the temporary rules, they added fruit, a snail, and double matting your photo. Okay, so I am going to be getting 31 points for this layout, which is a little bit less than what I have gotten on my last few layouts. And part of that was because this layout is so busy, I don't want to add anything else to it. So I'm not adding any enamel dots, no puffy stickers, no sequins, no nothing. Okay, and let's see, what did I do? I did create a single page layout, and then I used a cut file. I used the color green. I used 𝗵𝗽𝗏 because I have 3 pieces of wood veneer. Let's see, I have I used a heart, a label there. I used the color pink. I have a date on my layout. I used wood veneer. Let's see, I also used a flower, a banner. I used at least 3 pattern papers. I tidied my scrap space, although looking at it right now, you wouldn't believe that. Okay, let's see. I also used bling because I have a gem in the middle of that bow. Okay, and then on the back page here, I also used, let's see, not much on this page. I used foil, journaling. I actually did do journaling, and I printed this out with my Cricut, so I was able to measure the size of this oval piece that I had fussy cut. And I just created this using my Cricut because I knew that I wouldn't be able to get that much journaling with my handwriting because I write really big. And so I decided to try to do this on my Cricut, and I thought that turned out really, really cool. Okay, I also did use plaid or gingham, a camera. I have a little flare button that I created that I have up here at the top on the banner, and it has a camera on it. And then I have used a bunch of leaves, and so that's it from that page. Okay, so for the temporary rules, let's see. I did fussy cutting. I finished an unfinished project. I added a bow. I didn't get many things from the temporary rules either. Also added a dragonfly. So I have this punch that I just recently picked up at Creative Memories. It's a dragonfly punch, and it's brand new to Creative Memories, and it's super cool. I think it's really pretty. So I did go ahead and add a dragonfly, and then I also double matted my photos. They actually have 4 mats or 3 mats, so I did have double mats. And so my total for this layout was 31 points. So some of the other things that I did was I did do a print and cut using my Cricut with a bunch of flowers. And all of these flowers came from a digital site called pixelscrapper.com, and I'll put the name of that or the link to that site in the description below if y'all want to check that out. And I think you can download free images every day, and if you want to join, I think there's a monthly fee. Okay, and then let's see, the other thing that I did was I added little pearls to all of the flowers, and I added some gems to the dragonfly. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up closer so y'all can get a close-up look at this layout. But this was one of those layouts where I really wanted to just put it in the trash at some point. I'm going to show y'all pictures of kind of the middle stage of when I think I have some video from that. So if I do, I'll pop a picture up here so that y'all can see some of the transitions that I went through over the past couple of days trying to get this layout finished. Okay, so I do have a short video clip of my two dogs, Bella and LilyBelle, that I'll put at the end of this video. So if y'all want to see that, stick around to the end. But that's all I have. So hope y'all enjoyed this scrapbook process video. And if you did, please give this video a like. If you would like to see more videos, please subscribe. I would love to have you join my channel. And that's all I have. So y'all take care, have an awesome day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye now. What you doing? Are you patiently waiting? You are. It's treat time. Is that what time it is? Treat time. You woke up LilyBelle. LilyBelle was over there sleeping and you woke her up. Yeah, it's good. Okay, it's way past treat time. Okay, that's enough. Shh. Are you? You better behave. You're not going to get any treats if you don't behave. You want to get punished? You don't want to get punished, do you? I know. Shh. Okay, be quiet. Talk in your quiet voice, okay? Can you say it? Can you tell everybody hi? And what else you got to say? Yeah, we know it's treat. We know it's. Yes, we know it's treat time. We all know it's treat time. You're being awfully bratty. Are y'all behaving? Bella's throwing a temper tantrum because she didn't get a treat today, and she thinks she should get one. That's right. Are you going to be a good girl? You are? Okay. Can you say hi to the YouTube people? And what else you got to say? It's treat time. Okay. We know it's treat time. Why do you have to be so loud? Can you talk in your... No? You didn't even let me ask the question. Can you talk in your quiet voice, please? get punished. I mean it. Don't you fuss at me. You don't want to get punished, do you? Because treat time will be over. Yep. I know. Okay. Be good then.